And here we must face the harsh fact that the world is now enduring a catastrophe of a kind that happens only once a century. This pandemic has cast our country into its deepest recession on record, paralysing our national life, threatening the survival of entire sectors of the economy and causing my right honourable friend, the Chancellor, to find over £407 billion to safeguard jobs and livelihoods, to support businesses and public services across the United Kingdom. He has managed that task with consummate skill and ingenuity. But everyone will accept that when you're suddenly compelled to spend £407 billion on sheltering our people from an economic hurricane never experienced in living memory, there must inevitably be consequences for other areas of public spending.
Where is that vision now, as the government turns its back on some of the poorest in the world? With GNI falling, our funding for aid was falling in any case. To reduce it from 0.7 to 0.5% is a double blow. This isn't about palaces for dictators and vanity projects. It's about what cuts to funding mean: that fewer girls will be educated, more girls and boys will become slaves, more children will go hungry, and more of the poorest people in the world will die. Now, the government has promised what they see as a compromise, and I'm grateful to the Chancellor for speaking to me last night. I asked how long it would take before the tests are met and we return to 0.7%. I was told 4 to 5 years, but it could be sooner because the economy is recovering so well. Now, if the motion is defeated tonight, it will be 0.7% from January next year. The government appears to be saying to us, we can't afford 0.7% next year because the economy is doing so badly, but actually the economy is doing so well that we could very well be able to restore 0.7% very soon. But the government can't have it both ways. And I certainly doubt whether the tests will ever be met in 5 years' time. Meeting them depends not only on a significant recovery in the economy, and the OBR is forecasting trend growth of less than 2%, but also on the government reining in its inclination to continue to increase public spending. We're told there'll be dire consequences for tax and public spending if this motion is defeated tonight. We've borrowed £400 billion. Where are the dire warnings about that? It seems that £4 billion is really bad news. 400 billion, who cares? Now, finally, as has been pointed out, the two tests have only been met in 1 calendar year in the last 20. I have been in this House for nearly a quarter of a century. During that time, I have never voted against a 3-line whip from my party. As Prime Minister, I suffered at the hands of rebels. I know what it is like to see party colleagues voting against their government. We made a promise to the poorest people in the world. The government has broken that promise. This motion means that promise may be broken for years to come. With deep regret, I will vote against the motion today.